All the Little Things by Sarah Lawton. Read by Katie Villa. For Josie, always my first reader. Prologue. I watched my daughter die. The days leading up to her death are seared into my memory, like one of those old clicking reels of film, snapshot images flickering behind my eyelids. There, Vivian, looking up at me. There, Alex, wild-eyed and frantic. I'd made the mistake of trusting the wrong person. Again. Never trust anyone. Never trust yourself. Rachel. On the night I first saw Alex, the air was so hot it was almost fetid. It choked my throat and groped at me with damp fingers, slipping under my hair and arms, wrapping my legs, making my skin prickle and itch. I was late for my class. By the time I got to the village hall, most of my sign-ups had arrived. The usual suspects, a motley bunch, probably just there for the company and free biscuits. Jeff was already present, resplendent in his greying toweling robe. He always liked to strut around, whipping up his crowd of admirers. Not that there was much to admire exactly, except perhaps his bravado. He clambered onto the stage and dropped his robe with a flourish, lying back on the chaise. I noticed he had a new varicose vein on his leg, a violent burst of bulbous purple, hot against the milky white of his skin. I filed the observation away for later. The contrast of colour, for use in a painting, maybe. I did not care to look further up, to where he was arranging himself to his liking. A new name had appeared on the list I had pinned up on the village notice board in the hall for that week's class. Alex. I had entertained the thought that he might be a woman, as most of my class were female. But something about the firm and determined cursive told me the hand was male. Whoever it was, they were late and would have to take the last easel, which was directly in the line of sight of Jeff's now spread-eagled legs. The room settled into a hive of subdued activity. Drinks made, biscuits crunched, gossip caught up on. The hissing sound of scratching charcoal moving across parchment.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?